Good afternoon, freaks. This is Jackal and the Shark, episode number uno. That's Spanish for one. We're bilingual here in the studio. We have a Mexican janitor, so he taught me that today. So the name is Jackal and the Shark. I'd like to introduce Jackal.
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
That's Jackal. That's what he says. And you are hearing the shark. And I have to say, we are talking kind of slowly because we have an echo.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, it's gonna take a little while to get used to.
What's happening is we're hearing the voices through our recording software into our headphones after we say it. So we're hearing our voices from our bodies through.
You ever have
into
that
our
thing
ears.
too where your voice sounds weird when you hear it when you're not talking like just normally?
Yeah.
Like when you hear it on the phone or like this, it just sounds so much different.
And you're the most nasally motherfucker in the world.
Yeah, I've never wished I had a deeper voice than I do right now.
That's why you gotta get real rich and close to the mic.
Oh yeah.
Well, as it's episode 1, we're gonna start with some introductions. You obviously know our names. The whole state of Colorado knows our names now. We're the number 1 rated podcast in the room that we're in right now.
It's a very small room.
Yeah, probably like a 8x8?
I think it's more than that. I go 12 by 12.
Jeez. No, lay me down. Lay me down. I'm like 6 feet.
Okay, lay down on the floor. Let's do this.
You have to annotate what I'm doing.
I will.
Now.
Okay, the shark is laying down on the floor. How tall are you, shark?
6'4".
And he comes probably about 3/4 of the way across the room. Okay. So I think I was pretty spot on with that one.
Gotta do the math there. 3/4. If I'm 3/4. We're not here to do math.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Regarding introductions, our fans want to know, or our listeners want to know, why they should listen to us. What are our qualifications?
We don't really have any qualifications. We're just two guys with some opinions that we wanted to share.
See, Jackal and I were college roommates, and we would bitch about traffic every day when we would come to class. And
the amount of times that we were like, we should have recorded that shit was ridiculous.
Daily.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, hey, guess what? Microphones are cheap. Amazon Prime Day is coming up. Let's do it.
Yep.
So we did it. Oh, but what I like to say is, though we don't have, degrees in terms of what we talk about, we have PhDs in common sense.
Yes.
So
mine was actually a double major.
Oh, I wrote here in my notes, I have to have a disclaimer.
Oh, yeah.
The disclaimer is, for anybody that knows us, we are aggressive. We speak our minds. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure. We'll probably offend some people. We're not doing it on purpose. It's just, it's our thoughts and our opinions.
Yeah. And it's not my intention, but I can guarantee everybody listening will be offended at some point.
Mm-hmm.
My best advice is you listen to it. You can learn from it if you want to. And then you move on. Because I'm going to probably say retard. And I don't mean someone's actually retarded and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm going to cuss a lot. I can't help it.
If you don't use your fucking blinker, you're a fucking retard.
Hey, I'm trying to drive over here.
I'm fucking driving here. So that's our disclaimer.
Okay.
You will be offended. No one is safe. Yeah.
Well, some people are safe.
Oh, we're safe.
Yeah.
You and I are the safest people on the planet right now.
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking about where we came up with the name of the show.
Okay.
I thought that'd be a fun story to tell everybody.
Okay, let's do it.
We needed... Oh, go
Can you
ahead.
tell them the original name, or should I?
You can tell them the original name.
So, when we first started talking about this podcast, we were going to name the show Dingo and the Shark. I'm sure there's some people out there who knows what that's somewhat, what it's a reference to. Obviously, it's Family Guy. I mean, the shark...
Motherfucker.
the shark came in the back one day, and he didn't realize that it was an actual part of the show. Like, there's a whole episode about it. He thought it was like a little clip. And he was like, damn it, we can't use that because all the internet trolls are going to have a field day with it.
Fuck it, I'll edit it. 6 minutes.
Yeah, sorry
Remember
about that.
Yeah, so it was it's a Family Guy. It's their radio show. It's Stewie
Dingo and the baby.
Stewie and Brian. Brian is clearly Dingo, and Stewie is the baby. I thought I was being so creative. I'm like, oh hell yeah, Dingo and the Shark. And where the shark came from is from an old 90s movie called Airheads. It stars Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi.
I never saw it.
Yeah, it's you don't hear much about it, but they had a radio host, and his name was Ian the Shark. I was like, you know what? That's a great name, but my justification for being the shark is that I'm fast and merciless. And when I was doing the logos and stuff, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll go with a great white shark. But great whites they're kind of chill.
Yeah.
They'll kill you on accident. So what I did instead, I went for the tiger shark. Because tiger sharks are known to be aggressive, and they'll bite you just because. Yeah. They want your calf muscle. They'll take the whole thing off.
I think you should bet on a hammerhead.
No, fuck that. But my justification for why this guy over here is the jackal, or just jackal.
I
Sorry.
was going to be a dingo, and so we had to think of
Yeah.
something close to that.
But I decided it's because you lift your leg to pee. Is that accurate?
Why you watch me when I pee?
Hey, the nanny cam in the bathroom watches everybody. You're not safe from that. All right, next note. Explain our format. Since Jackal and I, we quit our day jobs.
Yeah,
sorry.
we're all in on this.
Yep. We've decided to go all in. We're going to do a half hour to 45 minutes weekly.
Not super long. We all got things to do.
We decided it's easier to listen to a half hour show.
Yeah.
It's not a large commitment. There was some kind of podcast I listened to for 4 hours. And even like the James Hetfield episode on Joe Rogan, he spent 2 hours talking about beekeeping and hunting.
Yeah, I was listening to a Jocko Willink podcast last week on the way, to and from places. It took me 3 days, and I still didn't finish it because it was that fucking long.
What I need to learn to do is I need to laugh out loud so I'm not just breathing in the mic. Yeah, like that. I need to go.
I mean, you could breathe like Darth Vader into the microphone. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, I picked it up too. That was good. What we would like to do eventually is get guests on the show. These guests, they're the most important people in the world. And I mean that literally. I'm not talking about the president. I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm talking the common man. We're going to bring in the Iron Mongoose. We're going to bring in Minnie Mouse. No one has any idea who we're talking about. I'm talking about the people that make your everyday life go smooth.
Yeah.
We're talking like restaurant servers.
Retail
is a big one. I have a friend that works at the movie theater. She's been there a while, and I hate to say that. But her stories, I could listen to them for hours, and I wish she would write them all down and publish them. So instead, we'll bring her on here, and she can say it to the world. Because the world listens to Jackal and the Shark.
Yeah, after the day.
Oh, and what we're going to do, earlier you heard a beep when Jackal said my real name. What we've done, our idea is to change everyone's names that comes on the show, including ourselves. This is to protect the innocent. Or, in our case, the not innocent. Because we're going to be calling people out left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be tough when they know what state we're in. They're going to hear the streets we talk about. And I'm going to talk about the Wendy's over here who didn't cook my fries all the way today.
How about the Chick-fil-A yesterday who completely forgot your sandwich?
Don't get me started. That's an entire episode on its own. So, to anyone listening who wants to be a guest on Jackal and the Shark, the #1 rated podcast in this room, pick out a cool last name.
Yeah. And hit us up on Facebook or Instagram.
Or YouTube. Or
probably not YouTube, but Facebook or Instagram. Hit us up there.
Also, we have a Gmail account. Jackal and the Shark at gmail.com. Write that down. And email us. Even if you hate us. Especially if you hate us. Because that'll give us content.
Yep.
We need content.
We should just try to piss off as many people as possible just to get some content.
These days, that's the easiest thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Piss everybody off. We're going to say, no, I can't do it now. We need to draw people in before we push them away. Oh, and regarding names, if you don't pick your own name, we're going to pick it for you.
And we're assholes.
Yes. So you will regret it.
Yeah.
Luckily, if you're cool, we'll hook you up. And if you're not cool, we might be nice.
Not likely, though.
We accept bribes, cash, Wendy's gift cards especially. And no Chick-fil-A because they fucked up. All right. Are you ready to get into the deep parts of our lives?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Today's theme, now that introductions have gone on for a quarter hour.
This might be a little bit longer of an episode, but
we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
We're just rolling with it.
What we'd like to do now, just so you guys know, we're not safe either. We're going to tell some embarrassing stories about ourselves. And I'm going to let Jackal go first.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a peach.
All right, you talk. I'm going to go grab a pen.
But you got to be able to listen to my story.
Oh, yeah. Talk to our listeners for a second while I go grab a pen.
So unprepared. He's running through the office, trying to find a pen. Hey, he's back. He found one.
All right, everybody, make sure you email me and tell me what Jackal said while I was gone.
I'm going to give you a little hint. Nothing.
Did you mention my real name?
Yeah, that's all I said. I just said your real name for like 30
over and
seconds.
Over?
Yeah. You good? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Jackal,
so,
let's hear it.
I think it was probably about 2 years ago. Went to the gym, was going to do chest day. Best day of the week.
Can we agree real quick? What day is International Chest Day?
Monday.
Correct.
You got to start that week off strong.
Correct.
I've thought about going legs on Monday just to get out of the way, but
if you go to a commercial gym, I completely understand. Completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone knows Monday's chest day. So it's going to be fucked. No benches. So you squat.
Yeah.
Okay, continue your story.
Okay. So, got there, was gonna do some incline bench press, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I threw some 45er on each side, thinking they were 25s. I think I got 2 reps in and nearly dropped it on my head and had to like yell for the guy next to me to spot me. And I felt so stupid at the gym. Like I almost left. I felt so stupid.
I get it. You feel weak.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was like, 95 pounds. I got 135 up there. I'm trying to put up like 12 reps. And yeah, I was like, what's happening? Why can't I do this? And then it hit me. Why? But unfortunately, it was in the middle of a rep.
Yeah.
And couldn't get back up.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
Like, for sure. All right. To expand on your story. That's
Okay.
a good story. Though I want to say it's so common that I don't feel bad for you.
Oh, you don't feel bad for anybody, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have a very similar story. I was doing incline last. And this was back when I went to 24-hour. Or it was Bally's back then, actually. It was the one over in Belmar.
Ah, yes. Belmar.
Coloradans, do you know about Belmar? This echo, I can't stand it.
I don't mind it that much.
Well, I was there. It was late night. We went at like 10 or later or earlier. Regardless, there's not a lot of people there. It was around 10 p.m., if not later. Incline was my last workout. Throwing it down. It wasn't a lot of weight because I was going high volume, but couldn't do it. I got like maybe 12 reps in. Could not get it off my throat. Luckily, there was a couple of dudes down by the free weights, the dumbbells, and I motioned for them. I was like, hey guys, can I get some help? And I said it in the nicest tone, like I was not straining, because I didn't want them to think, oh, look at this guy
over there.
Can't even fuck, because it wasn't a lot of weight. And I'm like, hey, I'm just weak because I've exhausted my muscles, not because I can't lift this. They were cool. They sauntered over. They saw how much weight, so they weren't in any rush. But they came over. They got it off me, and I said thanks. And I told them to go fuck themselves because I'm stronger than them.
And then you ran out of the gym.
And then I ran. Yeah. Correct. All right. We need a cool name for our fans. I said freaks at the beginning, but that's not nice.
No.
It's going to have to be Shark Bait.
Shark bait. What about me?
Hey, I'm the host of this show. That's why it's the Shark and Jackal.
It's
obviously.
Jackal and the Shark, so I come first.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. All right. Well, jackals are scavengers, so Jackal Bait. You don't like that? All right.
Jackal fanatics and shark heads.
I like shark heads. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackalites. Jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns.
And shark heads. Shark bites. Sharkies. Sharkeisha.
The Sharkies. I got my Sharkies here with me.
Well, I was thinking since it would be weird in some sentences to say the shark. So
Yeah.
you're like, hey, the shark. Listen to this. Here's the story. That's weird.
I'm just going to call you Shark.
Shark is fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking Sharky's cool too.
Okay, Sharky.
Yeah, I'm down with that. But no Sharkeisha. Sorry. I know I wrote it down on my name tag, but I misspelled shark. I put Sharkeisha. Sorry.
I call you Sharkeisha from now on.
I kind of was baiting you into doing it.
Yeah, Sharkeisha. Got it.
All right, guys. Are you ready for the shark's most embarrassing story? This is my favorite story to tell people, though, because it makes me laugh and them. Here we go. I was 8 years old. 3rd grade. To this day, I still have stage fright in the bathroom. All elementary school, I did not use the bathroom there one time. Maybe in a severe emergency and there was a stall open, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I would avoid it as much as possible. In this case, I held it all day and I had to walk home. I realized as the end bell rang that I had to take a piss. Bad. But I had to walk home. I said, okay, I can do this. You got this, shark. You've got a shark bladder the size of Neptune. You got this. But in reality, I had an 8-year-old bladder. An 8-year-old human's bladder. So I'm walking home. I want to say it's a couple miles. It's not bad, but halfway through, every step got a little harder. We're talking it's like 3 or 4 p.m. Broad daylight, neighborhood, population around. So I can't just walk into some field and relieve myself. So I continued on. And I mentioned every step was getting harder. I didn't think I could do it. I'm at the bottom of the hill, the street from my house. Every step is a struggle. So I started taking bigger steps.
And it starts coming out as you take those bigger steps?
No. Luckily, no. But I was like, hey, I'll take bigger steps. Less steps means less struggle. I make it halfway up the hill. I make it 3/4 way up the hill. I finally make it all the way up the hill. And I think, yes, the finish line is here. I've done it. I go inside. I'm in the house now.
Someone's in the bathroom.
Nobody was in the bathroom. I'm talking, there's the finish line. You know, they put that tape up when the runners run through and you break it. That was me. I go in the bathroom. I close the door. I lock it. I mentioned the stage fright, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I close the door. I lock it. Before I can get my pants down, I pissed my pants. I'm standing in front of the toilet, pissing my pants. In front of the toilet. Ridiculous.
You're so close. You were right there.
I was literally right there.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is accurate for everybody. Or most people. We'll say most people. Once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Especially with like 8-year-old muscles down there. You can't stop that. So I was like, what do? Do I try to get my pants down in the middle of this? Or do I just keep going? I just kept going.
You were home. You could change anyway.
Yeah. I was like, it's absorbing everything. So we're fine.
It's how you feel after you break the seal when you've been drinking for a while. And then, yeah, it's like rough.
Yeah. Rough.
For sure.
All right, we'll take a vote. We're going to take an online poll right now. Who wants to hear another story? Oh, we don't have an online poll set up. I'm sorry, guys.
We will though.
All right, I'm going to ask Jackal with a show of hands if we want to do another story.
I guess we're doing another story.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Because if you didn't, we were going to anyways.
Yeah.
Because, I'm obviously the host of the show. It's called The Shark and Jackal.
It's called Jackal and the Shark. Let's everyone get that straight.
I'll have to make a new account. Do you have another story? Because I've got one.
I got one.
Oh, hit it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared, Jackal. Do it.
I'm not. I think I was like 22, 23.
Last year?
Exactly. Yeah. It was actually like last month. And a bunch of buddies and I went downtown, and we've been drinking already. Took the light rail down there. Got off, I think it was like 18th in California. So we're ways from Lodo, the bar we're going to go to. So we're all walking down 6th Street Mall, and we're thinking, we really gotta pee. So we find an alley, we duck down that.
Hey,
It's like,
I'm sorry to interject. We say piss on this show. You didn't pee. You pissed. You had to
Okay.
piss. Continue.
sorry, shark.
Yeah, I'm the
Sharkeisha.
curse anti-censor. Please continue.
Okay.
You're...
You can also be the grammar police.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
And
So,
spelling.
continuing on.
Sorry.
4 of us go down the alley. We're like, okay. We all go different spots, you know. We all take a piss. One guy gets finished before me, and I see him walking out. And I'm walking out probably about 15 feet behind him. And I see a cop roll up. And he's asking him, what are you guys doing back there? He's like, oh, nothing.
We're blowing each other.
Yeah. Next thing I know, like 5 more on motorcycles roll up. They were like casing this alley out. It was a fucking sting. It was bullshit.
It was a
Oh,
sting.
it was a sting. Like,
That shit was orchestrated.
yeah, they were watching us. They were
Oh,
like,
shit.
those guys are gonna go pee, and then we're gonna bust
Whoa.
all of them. So, long story short, we all got busted for, I think it was
Public
it's public
indecency?
it's public urination.
Public
Yeah,
urination.
that was not a great night after that.
And that is forever on your permanent record, right?
I don't know, actually.
Hmm.
I've had my... Oh, no, it's on my permanent record in Denver County.
Correct.
Nowhere else.
Yep. And I know that because before I hired you.
He didn't hire me. This is a collaboration.
Correct. All right. But I had you checked out. I checked with the authorities. I did a background check on
That's
you.
good, because I had you checked out, too.
Uh-oh. Did it show all of my charges?
Yeah. And they're extensive.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe in this room with you right now, actually.
Hey, manslaughter 1 is... I got deferred sentence on it. So, don't tell my parole officer. But I'm actually going to put this as my employment history. Because she said, the conditions of your parole is that you have to have a job. I was like, this is my job, lady. I work half hour a week.
So that makes me your boss.
Actually, let me do a dodgeball quote real quick. Well, you work for the bank, and the bank works for me, so ipso facto, I'm your boss. WHITE. That's a very good story, Jackal. I appreciated it. That reminds me of Horrible Bosses. The
Yes.
dental hygienist, the
guy
dental
from
assistant.
It's Always Sunny.
Yes. Charlie Day.
Yep.
He urinated at an empty and abandoned middle of the night playground.
Mm-hmm.
And his friends give him shit for pissing on little kids because he's now a sex offender.
Just for the record, I'm not a sex offender.
I can testify to that because I did have it checked out. He has no STDs. That were on his criminal record. Let me tell you that it was on his criminal record.
We should get back on subject.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, embarrassing stories. Are you guys ready for another one? Okay, this one I fucking hate. I've never told anybody this story.
Ooh.
Except for the people that were there. They know about it. Luckily, I think they forgot and no one will remember it. Until I bring it up. Right now, on Jackal the Shark, episode number... What was it? Uno.
One.
No, Uno.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Or bilingual.
our bilingual janitor.
Correct. Well, he's not bilingual. He only speaks Spanish.
But he's making us bilingual.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Still have no idea what his name is.
I like to call him Juan Pablo.
That's the most racist shit I ever fucking heard. God damn it, Jackal. Why would you do this?
What would you call him?
His name is like Jesus or like Jose. No, I'm talking statistically. Statistically,
Why can't
this
we
is
give him
accurate.
something more original than Jesus?
Alright. His name is actually,
Don Julio.
Armando. Yeah.
I wonder if I have 2 names. You know, Juan
Armando
Pablo.
Martinez.
Don Julio.
That's a badass name.
Don Julio?
Yeah, go and change the name of the
To Don Julio and the Shark?
No, I'm Don Julio. You're fucking James.
Why can't we just be Juan Pablo and Don Julio?
Because I would mix those up. They'd be like, oh, you're... What was it? Juan Pablo?
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, obviously. Do I look like a Juan Pablo to you, you fuckhead? Alright, here we go.
Don Julio the Shark is about to speak.
They just call me DJ. Don Julio. Alright, here we go. The Shark's embarrassing story. And I hate it. I cannot iterate that enough. I wanted to... There's a cringe site where you can share your cringe and get it out. I couldn't do it. But, Jackal, I know you got my back.
Yep. Always.
I'm doing it. Okay. I was a young child, maybe 6th grade, probably 5th grade, 11, 12 years old. My parents came home with a Goldberg poster.
Like the wrestler Goldberg?
Correct. Goldberg from the WCW. And at this time, I'm all WWF. And I said WWF because it was Federation. It's not entertainment. All right. And I said, let me tell you what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that's, and sorry to a certain
disclaimer alert.
Disclaimer, yes. No offense. I was gonna say that's gayer than, and then I was gonna pick something. And you gotta imagine I'm in elementary school, and everything back then was, you're gay. Like, oh, that's gay. And you don't mean it's actually gay. You just mean,
yeah.
Oh, that's gay. And then I wanted, because my dad said, no, it's cool. And I was gonna say, cool my ass. But instead, I mixed them together, and I said, that's gayer than my ass.
Is there something you want to tell us, Shark? Sharkeisha?
Hey, sharks are known to be, I don't know, asexual. I didn't research sharks. I'm sorry.
That's gayer than my ass. What'd your dad do?
He heard me. I guarantee he heard me. And he didn't actually give it any, what's the word I'm looking for?
Acknowledgement.
He did not acknowledge it at all. Besides, looking at me like, the fuck did you just say? God.
Probably broke his heart.
Yeah. And I don't want to bring it up because I hope that he has forgotten it and gotten over it.
I don't think he forgets something like that. Like,
he wrote it in his diary.
I'll never forget that now.
Yeah, thanks. And that's it for embarrassing stories, because Jackal won't let it go. Never again. The show's over. We're done here. Episode 1 is our first and last episode. Thanks a lot. Let me check my list. Embarrassing stories? You got any more?
I think I'm good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Those are some good stories. I'm going to remember those. But yours are so adult.
I guess I don't remember a lot of embarrassing ones from as a kid.
No, I got it. It's because you've gotten worse as time has gone on.
That's probably true.
You're more cringy now than you were back then. You're more embarrassing now.
Yeah.
You were an awesome kid. You were the coolest dude at the homeschooled prom.
I was.
Nice. Yeah.
Now my fiance tells me I'm a huge dork every day.
This is correct. You're wearing a Lion King shirt, and I applaud you for that. Let's see how the applause sounds on the microphone. Oh, that's great.
That was really nice. Yeah.
That was nice. Though, yeah, huge dork.
Yeah.
I'm goth, so that's not a dork. I'm wearing all black. I'm a goth.
I would call goths more nerdy than dorky.
Do you want to talk about that real quick, or should we save that for another episode?
Let's go ahead. We're already talking about it right now.
Okay,
so.
Let's throw it down. The difference between nerds, geeks, and dorks.
Okay.
All right. Here's what I think. Nerds are the smartest of the few.
I agree with that. Yeah.
When I think of a nerd, I think of like a math nerd.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're such a nerd.
The 4.0 GPA valedictorian kind of.
Yep. It's like, oh, you're doing your homework, nerd. Later, nerds.
Part of the debate team.
Yeah, nerd bashing time. And then there's geeks. Geeks are... does anybody know what a weeaboo is?
I do not.
They are what I would refer to as anime geeks.
Oh.
Yes. So, if you're all decked out in Star Wars stuff, you're a Star Wars geek.
Marvel.
Yeah.
You're some Marvel geek.
Yeah. Marvel geeks. AKA... I don't want to say it, because that's 90% of the world is a Marvel fan. DC number 1?
No. DC fucked it up.
Okay, the DC entertainment side of it fucked up in terms of the movies.
Okay,
DC characters and stories still bitching compared to Marvel.
Okay.
I mean, if I wanted a Disney movie, I'd go watch a Disney movie. I don't go to Disney to watch Iron Man punch people.
We should have this on a later episode.
I know.
Debate between DC and Marvel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is episode 1, though. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We got to keep like a board to write down all of our ideas.
Let's add it to our spreadsheets.
Yes, spreadsheet. Because we're nerds. Now, so geeks are just kind of like severely into fandoms.
Yeah. Video games, movies, comic books.
Yes. Now, when we get down to dorks, I'm sorry to say, are the worst of the few. They are the most socially awkward of the bunch. And they're dorks for that reason alone. You can be a geek in all your Star Wars stuff. You're still a geek. That's fine. But when you're awkward and kind of weird, you're a dork. You're not graceful.
Yeah. You're just awkward.
Yeah.
Unsure yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with those.
Yeah.
All 3 of those, yeah. It's a perfect way to put it.
I've had to explain it to a few people. Because they're like, you're a geek. I'm like, bro, I have a 4.0. I'm a nerd. Obviously. Bitch ass.
You know who calls people geeks? Dorks.
I was like, hey, listen here, geek. I'm a nerd, you dork. Fucking dork. Ooh, how about dweeb?
Ooh, dweeb.
We heard dweeb the other day.
Yeah.
I like dweeb.
I like dweeb too, but...
Oh, my
What is a dweeb?
What's up?
What is a dweeb?
I think dweeb and dork are synonymous.
Okay.
Dweeb is more of a put down than dork. Dork is like, oh, you're cute. Oh, he's a dork. But it's like, that guy's a dweeb. That means don't date him. Don't talk to him.
Don't look at him.
Don't
Just stay away from him.
Yeah. That's a dweeb. The lady that came in here and interrupted our test phase of the podcast was a dweeb. And I threw her out. I said, get out of the studio.
He physically threw her out. He
Literally.
picked her up, threw her out the glass door.
Because sharks are fast and merciless. We don't care. She had a nice hat, though. All right, Jackal. I think that was a very good... I don't want to stop.
I know, it's fun. Like, what's on your list right now? Like,
I stopped at embarrassing stories.
Okay. I'm cool with wrapping it up here then.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's late. Oh, it took so damn long to set up anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys.
I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Jackal the Shark.
Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Unless we decide to do another one. Because this is so fun.
It is fun. Plus, we got it out of the way. We kind of know what we're doing a little bit more. Next one's going to be a lot better.
Truth. Well, I've decided... Well, we've decided what our closing words are going to be every show.
Yeah. So a lot of the show is going to be us bitching about traffic.
Truth.
And yelling about that kind of stuff.
So we'll start with the Price is Right closing. Jackal, take it.
This is Jackal. Remember to have your pets spayed or neutered.
Spayed and neutered. Cover all your bases.
Yep. Just do both.
I was thinking this morning of Bill and Ted. They say be excellent to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good one. Because Jerry Springer, he does his final thought at the end of each show. And he says, what does he say? Be great to each other. Be nice.
I don't remember.
To each other.
I haven't watched Jerry Springer in a long time.
You're missing out. Classic trash. There's no geeks or dorks on that show. No nerds.
Just idiots.
Just trash. But remember, guys, the left lane is for passing. Bye-bye.
Deuces.